Hi, I'm Dr. Dave Janda. Welcome back to Operation Freedom Briefings. The goal of these briefings and my weekly radio show is to provide you information the bought-off lamestream fake media will not touch. You can join us every Sunday from 2 to 5 Eastern with my radio show. You can stream it live at davejanda.com. We broadcast from Wham Talk 1600s studios every Sunday, 2 to 5 Eastern. Go to davejanda.com. You can stream it there. You can also stream Wham Radio 24/7 during the week at whamradio.com. Now, in addition, we are available on this YouTube channel 24/7 and available on our platform, davejanda.com, where we upload information, public information, free on a regular basis. We also have our subscription service where we have extra shows, extra content, extra analysis for a mere 30 cents a day, $9 a month, I believe one of the biggest bangs for the buck in all the internet. Today's topic is entitled President Trump's Secret Weapon to Destroy this Deep State. Now, before I tell you what that secret weapon is, let's look at the situation that's occurring domestically and what's occurring internationally. President Trump and his team are battling the deep state on many fronts. We're all aware of that. On the international front, President Trump has put forward something that I call the Trump Doctrine. And what that doctrine is he uses economic issues to drive geopolitical negotiations. An example of that, North Korea and China. We've been talking about this trade war with China. And in particular, I've drawn the linkage on my platform, davejanda.com, about if you follow these trade war negotiations, they almost go hand in hand with what's happening with the peace initiatives with North Korea. So on June 29th, an announcement came out that there was a breakthrough in the trade negotiations with China at the G20 meeting. And less than 12 hours later, President Trump was on the ground on June 30th, taking that freedom walk. A walk that I believe was historical, with historical significance. Now, the bought-off lamestream fake media, which is a part of the deep state, a tentacle of the deep state, passed it off as just a little stroll and it didn't mean anything. I don't think anything could be further from the truth. I believe a Obama, a Clinton, a Bush would never have made that walk because of an Obama, a Clinton, and a Bush, I believe, were all puppets of the deep state. That was a walk for peace. That was a walk to blow apart the deep state business model of chaos, war, death, and destruction. No, I believe there is a Trump doctrine. And many people, all people in the bought-off lamestream fake media don't want to acknowledge that. It's unfortunate because it's a disservice, not just to the American public, but to the world public. June 29th and June 30th, I believe, were incredibly important dates as it relates to the destruction of the deep state and for further advancement of a peace initiative. So what's Donald Trump's secret weapon? Hold on. This is going to be completely unexpected. And don't tune out now when you hear what it is, because you're going to laugh. What's his secret weapon? You ready? Pigs. Pigs? Pigs. What do you think drove that trade negotiation on June 29th that ultimately led to this peace initiative on June 30th? Kyle Bass, smart guy, based out of Texas, big hedge fund guy, wrote an article June 27th. Gave everybody a heads up. Nobody noticed. Massive pig Ebola epidemic gives Trump big leverage in China trade deal. This is from the Daily Caller. It's fascinating. The threat to food availability and security from Chinese pig Ebola and fall armyworm will prevent China from aggressively using tariffs as an offensive weapon against the United States over the coming year. Let's face it. If several billion people aren't eating, what do you think the leadership of China's thinking? Do you think they're real comfortable? I don't think so. Chinese pig Ebola is a severe and highly virulent disease nearly always fatal to hogs, but purportedly harmless to humans. The virus moves effortlessly between pigs and can stay alive for great time and distances in feed, workers' clothing, equipment, ticks, and mud. There is no vaccine, there is no cure. This particular outbreak of African swine fever has already proven to be the deadliest in the world history. In fact, the disease has already spread to Mongolia, Vietnam, Cambodia, North Korea, South Korea, and parts of Europe. This is in the pig population. It's been estimated that 200 million pigs, roughly half of China's pig population, and 25% of the global pig population or more will die this year. Others believe that it could completely eradicate the disease, eradicate the entire Chinese pig herd this year. China is both the world's largest producer and consumer of pork at around 50% of the world's pork supply and 20% of the world's animal protein supply. If the worst case scenarios come true and nearly the entire Chinese hog herd is affected, then China will need to import massive amounts of U.S. pork, regardless of the state of the U.S.-China trade talks. To make matters worse, the fall armyworm, a caterpillar which damages crops including corn, soybeans, rice, sugarcane, has spread into China from Myanmar and is now running rampant in 15 southern Chinese provinces. The USDA attaché in Beijing forecasts that the fall armyworm will spread to the corn-growing regions of the north of China by the fall of 2019. Bottom line, China is facing an imminent protein and food shortage. The price of pork and other proteins in China will skyrocket this year. In fact, China's national average pig price is already up 15% for the month of June, 30% for 2019, 53% for the past year. Looking forward to 2020, acute protein shortages will require China to significantly increase animal protein imports in order to maintain current consumption patterns so that people don't get hungry. The purchases will be sourced directly from the United States, regardless of the presence of tariffs. Chinese pig Ebola will cause a biblical global shortage of pork for years to come. Donald Trump's secret weapon in the negotiations with China in the trade war. Pigs, which ultimately brought about the geopolitical ramifications and the walk for peace and the destruction of the deep state's business model of war. Nuclear war is real special for them. They love that because millions upon millions of us, what they call useless eaters, would perish in something like that. Yeah, Donald Trump's secret weapon in the China trade negotiations that has brought about this extended peace initiative now going with North Korea, his secret weapon